What's going on YouTube? It's Drano's back at it again, bringing you another Madden video. So for today, just trying something a little bit different. I know I kind of teased it earlier in one of either my most recently updated posted video or the video before that, where I just wanted to branch out and try a couple different things, maybe not necessarily gameplay related, but more just kind of to be able to kind of facilitate, some sports talk, some football talk, just because, at the end of the day, I feel like we get so caught up with Madden that, we really forget that, there is actual football being played out there, in real life. So just wanted to mix it up and kind of incorporate kind of more of like the real life NFL while also kind of, doing Madden related stuff as well. So as you guys could see from the title of the video, this is going to be kind of more of like a simulation / experiment video. Very similar to what the known YouTuber RBT does. I'm sure you guys, if you guys do follow Madden, I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with him. I would have to say, has a very big channel, and I do appreciate him, kind of giving me the, I guess, inspiration for this video. So without further ado, for the video, we're actually going to do, and this has just kind of been a discussion and an argument that I've been having with people, whether it be at work or even like, outside of work, whatever, just sports talk basically. And basically what my theory is, if you were to go ahead and switch Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson, if you were to put Lamar on the Seahawks and you were to put Russell Wilson on the Ravens, I feel like Lamar Jackson, I think he's like, no shot or no shade against Lamar because he's going to win the MVP. I think I've already kind of stated this in my prediction video. He's going to win the MVP, and with obvious reasons. I mean, he's balled out all year, breaking the single season rushing record by a quarterback or something along those lines, and just doing everything that he's done. It's just, I feel that a lot of that has to also do with kind of who he's been working with and who his teammates are as well. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say the Ravens, they had 12 Pro Bowlers, whereas with the Seahawks, their only Pro Bowler besides Russell Wilson was Bobby Wagner. I'm under the impression that if you put Lamar on the Seahawks, I think maybe at the most he wins is 7 or 8 games. Whereas if you put Russell on the Ravens, I mean, I want to say he probably gets close to what the Ravens actually got in real life, where they got, what they get, like 13, 14 wins. So that's just kind of my theory. It's just, I just feel like Russell, at least right now, and I'm not saying that Lamar can't do this at some point in his career as well, but I just feel that, Russell Wilson, and this is kind of one of the reasons why he's my favorite player right now, or really ever, is because he just, I don't know, just something about him. He's able to go ahead and elevate the play of his teammates. I mean, he's able to make guys like Tyler Lockett, who initially was drafted as a, kind of like a punt returner and kick returner, and he's made him into a viable receiver. I want to say he caught around 1,000 yards, or almost 1,100 yards receiving. And then I'm trying to think of other teammates that he's made better. I mean, whenever he had Doug Baldwin, they were a good duo. For the little amount of time that they had Josh Gordon, he had something working with him. And then recently, he's definitely started to build rapport with DK Metcalf. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw. Recently, I'm actually recording this the night after the night of the wild card weekend game, where Seattle was able to go ahead and pull away with the win against the Eagles, and Russell and DK Metcalf were on the same page. I want to say DK had about 160 yards receiving or something like that. He just completely played out of his mind. And so, like I said, not saying that Lamar couldn't do that. He's more than capable, but right now at this point, in their careers, being that Lamar, it's really only his first year starting. I don't foresee him, doing that and being able to elevate his teammates to that point yet anyway. So, but, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to simulate a season, and I just kind of want to see what happens. I'm just kind of curious what Madden thinks would take place as a result if, had history played a little bit different and Lamar ended with Seattle and Russell ended with the Ravens. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, here we go. So we went ahead and loaded up franchise here. So right now I took over with the Seahawks here, and just so you guys could go ahead and take a look at the rosters, as you guys can see, Lamar on the Seahawks, and then we've got Russell Wilson on the Ravens. Just to kind of give my predictions, I think Seattle misses the playoffs. I think they probably win maybe like 7-8 games, kind of like how I said earlier in the intro. And then I gotta imagine with the Ravens having Russell, I think by far they have to make at the very least make the playoffs, if not at least make the #1 seed. So let's go ahead and advance all the way to playoffs, and let's just see what happens. And so, kind of while that's happening, guys, because I know the advancing the oh, hold on, did I advance it the whole? Did I advance? Wow, that's anticlimactic. Okay, so we looks like okay, hold on, I could have sworn I advanced to sim to playoffs, but let's hold on, sim to playoffs, there we go. Yes, there we go. I already saw what the outcome of the first game was, but anyways, that felt a lot faster than it was before. So, anyways, guys, while this is advancing, I want you guys to tell me, what have you been your thoughts regarding the playoffs for Wild Card Weekend? As I mentioned, the last game of Wild Card Weekend between the Seahawks and the Eagles wrapped up. Luckily, my Seahawks were able to go ahead and pull through. Just to kind of give my instant reaction quickly while the season simulating, I was very surprised with the Bills. I thought, especially once they jumped out 16-0, I thought that the Texans were just kind of going to fold there. And I think really what kind of killed the Bills was the fact that they were so conservative with their play call, and I kind of think that's what did them in. And it showed because, in the Texans, they were aggressive, and they ended up pulling away with the W there. And then as far as with the Patriots and the Titans, that's kind of how I expected it to go if the Titans were going to win, was just to be able to run the ball, play good defense, and really not let Tom Brady, really throw the ball around. But, man, that Patriots roster is so beat that it's kind of tough to really knock Tom Brady, in my opinion anyways. And I'm sure some people are just going to say that's just an excuse for Brady, but I mean, he wasn't working with a whole lot out there, to say the least. And then lastly, for today's games, who played? So the NFC, the Vikings playing the Saints. Seems like the Saints are kind of cursed right now, to be honest with you. The Vikings were able to go ahead in the Superdome, and I was very surprised. I was expecting kind of the typical Kirk Cousins to come out and fold. But with Kirk Cousins, you could say that he kind of got that monkey off his back, and you never know. The Vikings, roster-wise, they have a solid team, and I feel like, they match up well against the Niners, in my opinion. But anyways, so we did go ahead and advance to the playoffs here, and I'm a little surprised, honestly. I'm seeing here, it looks like Seattle might have made the playoffs in the simulation. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh my, unbelievable. Madden must be trolling right now, man. Oh my gosh, really? So the Seahawks actually went 13-2. And what did the Ravens do? The Ravens went 9-7 and didn't make it to the playoffs. What happened? Bro, there's no way. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's take a look at these stats. So Lamar, 3,300 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Decent numbers. I don't think they quite live up to the MVP numbers that he had. And then rushing. See, that's the thing I don't understand about the Madden simulation. I don't feel like they kind of account for all the abilities. Like, for example, like with Lamar running. So he only rushed for 330, but Lynch and Turbin kind of handled the load for the Seahawks. Wow, they didn't give any, hold on, so Chris Carson didn't rush. Wow, that's crazy. And then receiving, I mean, it was kind of spread out pretty loose. I mean, there wasn't even a guy that caught 1,000 yards. Now, what I need to know is what happened with the Ravens. Let's take a look here. How? What? Hold on. So Russell throws for 4,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, 8 picks, and doesn't make. And Mark Ingram rushed for 1,100 yards. What happened with this team? It had to have been on defense. That's probably how they lost, if I had to guess. Like, there's no way Russell Wilson throws 44. There's no way he throws 44 touchdowns in a season and doesn't make the playoffs. Let's look at the awards. Who won the? Or let me see who won the MVP yearly awards. And Russell won the MVP. Yo. And see, look, Lamar didn't even finish in the top 10. Oh, my God, bro. This is crazy. This has been quite the turn of events. I have to look at the Ravens' schedule to see what happened. It had to have been their defense that kind of failed them. Hold on. Let's take a look. Ravens, regular season. They lost to the Cardinals? Dude. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Browns. Lost to the Steelers. Yo, like, what happened? Like, this is wild, man. This is crazy. And then somehow Seattle, well, they tied with the Bengals, so I don't get that. But then they just went on a 5-game winning streak here. Oh, wow. What's ironic is that the Ravens actually beat Seattle. And then they only lost to the Eagles after that. That is kind of crazy, not going to lie. So let's go ahead, I guess, simulate the playoffs and see if, well, I mean, yeah, because I want to say we got a first-round bye. We had to have. We got a first-round bye. We don't have a game. So let's take a look and see what happens. That is genuinely... That surprises me a lot, actually. So, looks like Seahawks are playing the Cowboys. So let's take a look and see what happens here. No, I don't want to play that game. Let's take a look. So we're playing the divisional. So let's try to advance to... Oh, it doesn't let me advance to... Wow, that's lame. Okay, let's just advance to Super Bowl. I guess there's no way to, like... or actually, next week. What am I talking about? Wow. Okay. So let's take a look, man. See if Lamar... Oh, Lamar leads the Seahawks to the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers, which, ironically, that's actually the matchup that the Seahawks have in the divisional round this year in real life. So... can Lamar lead the Seahawks to the Super Bowl? Let's take a look and see what happens in this case. Oh, this is surprising. And okay, Pro Bowl. Hold on. Oh, guys, I don't think... Did we make it? No, we didn't make it, guys. So it looks like the Packers beat us in the NFC Championship game. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Postseason. We lost a heartbreaker, 31-28. Just take a look at the stats. Lamar, pretty decent game. What's crazy? I don't know. Okay, so Lamar rushed for a touchdown here. Oh, this is crazy. I'm trying to think of where maybe they lost the game, but man, I guess it just looks like Green Bay at the beginning. They got an early jump. I think they went up 21-14. Man, close game to say the least. So I guess if it's up to Madden, it looks like Lamar Jackson, if him and Russell were to switch spots or switch teams, then it looks like Lamar would still be able to keep up and, keep at that MVP caliber level, even though he's not working with the same. I mean, I wouldn't say all these guys would be Pro Bowl level players, but I would say some of them should have been. But yeah, guys, so with that being said, if you like I said, just wanted to do something a little bit different on my channel, just something more of like an experiment. But if you guys did enjoy the video, number one, I do appreciate you guys coming by, taking a look at my channel. Number two, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit the like button, just so it can kind of give me some good feedback and see where I'm at as far as content creation. That would be much appreciated. And then lastly, if you are looking forward to more content like this, more experiment videos like this, drop a comment. What other experiments should I go ahead and do? I'd love to go ahead and take a look and see how wild Madden could get. So with that being said, guys, this is Dre Knows, and until the next one, I am signing out. Peace.